For Comedy Hype News, I'm Jay Will. Monique is back making the press rounds as she begins another phase in her career. In the middle of January, Monique began her first ever residency in Las Vegas. And as you should know, Vegas is a historical place for comedy acts. Comedians like Red Fox, Don Rickles, and Joan Rivers have carved out parts of their careers in Vegas. Now last year when discussing her issues about Netflix, Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah, Monique would visit The View and have a very honest conversation with fellow black female comedian Whoopi Goldberg. Goldberg would end up telling Monique that she could have schooled her on how the business works. Now you see, Monique has been very candid on her fallout with Lee Daniels during the days of Precious. According to Monique, she was requested to promote the film internationally, but decided not to for personal reasons and saw no harm in it since she didn't contractually agree to do so. Long story short, Daniels wouldn't take a liking to Monique's response, and it appears that's when their fallout would begin. While on The View, Whoopi would end up telling Monique that you are expected to promote a project you sign up for. Fast forward to yesterday, Monique would open up about that exchange with Whoopi and even revealed that during a private conversation she would determine that Whoopi didn't really care about her. Monique would go on to speak about it with Vulture magazine and would disagree on Whoopi being someone who could school her. When I sat there on that platform on The View, I felt sorry. I had empathy for my sister Whoopi Goldberg, because what you're saying to me is, you must work for free. I could have schooled you. When you have a woman saying I could have schooled you, someone would say, what was the schooling going to be? When I look at this woman, you say is our icon and our legend. She is, but how many things has Whoopi Goldberg executive produced? Whoopi Goldberg has always been the help, and I say that humbly. So what is that you're going to school me on? I've been doing it for almost 30 years. This is a woman who says, I could have schooled you. And this is a woman who has accepted Ted Danson in blackface, and our community praises this woman. So oftentimes we do it to ourselves, but I just can't. Understand, I love my sister. However, when you know you're being fed the wrong food, you must say, I can't chew this, y'all. As the conversation would move forward, Monique would then reveal that she has ultimately determined that Goldberg doesn't care about her after a private conversation with her following The View. Whoopi and I did have a conversation after that. I was up in Whoopi Goldberg's dressing room, and you're the first person I'm telling this to. I said to Whoopi Goldberg, listen, sister, because she said, Monique, you gotta let that go. You gotta move on. People just wanna see what's going to happen to you next. I said, Whoopi, I can't let it go. I gotta think about the little sisters who's not here yet. And our icon and our legend said, you better stop worrying about the little sisters who's not here yet and worry about you. In that moment, I knew I was looking at a woman who didn't give a damn about me. Monique's candid conversation with Vulture would continue to touch on Tiffany Haddish's comments, her career after an Oscar, Netflix, and more. So whose perspective are you siding with respectfully between Monique and Whoopi? Let's talk about it more in the comments below. And for more news and comedy, head over to comedyhype.com and follow us across social media. For Comedy Hype News, I'm Jay Will.